What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Celio's Network. This is a follow-up video to my video about a month ago that was about me starting this thread in the Pokemon TCG forums about competitive modes on PTCGO, and also encouraging you all to voice your opinion on this either in the forum comments or by sending in a support ticket or by doing both. I do know some of you did both, so thank you for voicing your opinion and letting what the community wants be heard. So we're just going to kind of review this since I realized I never touched back on this, and the mods in the Pokemon TCG forums did respond to me, and they also responded to my email. Of course, it was kind of just exactly what I expected. It was some generic response, and honestly, I've never seen anything come out of any of these forum posts, like when they ask or request or suggest upgrades or quality of life or things that players want. I've never really seen anything come out of that, and you know, it's not like the company has to listen to us, but just, yeah, I'm just saying I didn't really expect anything to come out of this, but it was worth a shot. So yeah, we're just going to be talking about PTCGO, the development of it, ranked ladder, if it'll happen, the responses to my forums, things like that. I do want to start with, just based on the way that the mods respond to things like this. As you should be aware, or I'm going to make you aware now, PTCGO is developed by Direwolf Digital, who is not a TPCI. They are not a Pokemon Company Incorporated entity. They are a third-party software developer that develops PTCGO. So TPCI, as far as I know, as far as I can find, they do not have a PTCGO department in their company. It seems like people from other departments do PTCGO things, or like PTCGO customer support, things like that when necessary, but they don't, it doesn't seem like TPCI has dedicated employees for anything for PTCGO, and that kind of makes sense because PTCGO is developed out of house. It's not an in-house developed software. So I just wanted to kind of say that. If you're new here or you did not see the previous video, we'll just quickly go through what I said here in this forum post on the official Pokemon TCG forums. Basically, I just said, as a competitive player of Pokemon TCG, Pokemon TCG Online is a mundane and unrewarding experience due to the lack of versus game modes available. Namely, there's no ranked ladder for an online competitive experience. Down here, I said, Direwolf Digital also develops Eternal Card Game, and Eternal Card Game has a pretty standard ranked mode. So if you play any game like Overwatch, League of Legends, Hearthstone, Magic Arena, you'll be familiar with what a pretty standard ranked ladder looks like. It goes Bronze, Silver, Gold, Diamond, Master. Then once you get to the highest one, you become, you get a number based on where you are in the world or in your server, or however they're doing it. And then you get seasonal rewards typically, or invited to tournaments. That's how Runeterra and Magic the Gathering Arena gives invites to their tournaments based on the ranked ladder. And I think actually the Pokemon video game Sword and Shield does that as well. They have a ranked ladder, and they have a really cool way of getting into the Players Cup too, and they also have like international challenges or something on the Pokemon video game. So yeah, PTCGO doesn't have any of that. So a little bit of theory on that. PTCGO was originally made to be kind of like a tutorial and a way to get new players into the game, teach new players how to play, and kind of give people a chance to try the game for free online before going out, finding a league, buying a deck, starting to play IRL. The game, it's evolved into much more than that, obviously, and TPCI, the Pokemon Company Incorporated, which takes care of everywhere outside of Asia, and some certain parts that Pokemon Company Japan also takes care of. They're mostly Asia and Oceania, things like that. But yeah, TPCI obviously understands that PTCGO has become more of than just a tutorial and a way to get new players into the game, because now they're holding competitive tournaments for huge travel awards and huge pride and achievement. The Players Cup 1 and Players Cup 2, and now we also have the team challenges coming up. And I think I mentioned it in here, like, yeah, while the Players Cup events and Team Challenges events are great additions to tournaments to look forward to, not having a daily competitive ladder for the formats available on PTCGO is disappointing. I'm honestly baffled how one of the top trading card games in the world still doesn't have ranked modes for any of the formats on their online client. So just trying to fit everything into here, into this video, all the information. Pokemon is... The cards are created by Creatures Incorporated in Japan, and the Pokemon Company Japan, they take care of the publishing and distribution and all that kind of stuff for Japan, and they put out sets before North America does, which North America is taken care of by TPCI. So Japan gets cards before us. So just separating those entities, the Pokemon Company Japan and the Pokemon Company Incorporated. Now, the Pokemon Company Japan does not have an online client at all for their players. So people in Japan or other jurisdictions of Pokemon Company Japan that want to play online have to do so from things like tabletop or over webcam, or things like TCG1 or Untap. Or they can just play PTCGO, the TPCI product, but they have to play in our format with lacking the cards that they have out in Asia right now. So it really sucks for people in Japan that they don't have any sort of official client for the Pokemon TCG. Like, that just really sucks. And I wonder if Pokemon Company Japan has, like, restrictions on what TPCI can do with PTCGO. There's really no transparency about that. Like, we don't know. We can assume that PTCGO is completely a TPCI product, but we don't know what authority Nintendo or Pokemon Company Japan or any of that has over the PTCGO that TPCI has produced for us. So it might not be TPCI's fault. There might be things in place that are stopping them from making this like a real online card game. But like I said, it was originally made to be a tutorial kind of thing, and it has obviously grown into much more than that. So thank you all, like I said, for commenting your thoughts and ideas about the ranked ladder here. We'll just go to the mods response. It was a pretty generic response. It looks like what they say to everybody. Hi, welcome to the forums. Thank you for sharing your suggestion. Your idea bringing ranked standard and ranked expanded modes to Pokemon TCG Online has been forwarded to the development team for further review. Like, I don't even know who the development team is. I guess it's like game design at TPCI. And I believe like some of the game design employees are like Puka and Mia. But like I said, I don't think they have any specific PTCGO development team at TPCI, or at least not that the public knows about, or that I have been able to find out about by now. Like, Direwolf Digital is the development team, but they don't ultimately make decisions about the game. TPCI makes the decisions. But yeah, there's a lot of people in the comments of the forums that had pretty similar opinions and responses as mine. Keebler, Jake, a friend of mine here, when the pandemic hit, I have not played PTCGO at all. There's no reason for me to play the Versus ladder, as there's no competitive incentive for me to do so. I have moved on to other card games like Runeterra and Hearthstone to enjoy a ranked mode where I can see my skill at the game improving. I love Pokemon TCG, but I do not love PTCGO. That's just yeah, a lot of people feel like that. Here he's like, those uninterested in rank could just stick to normal versus ladder. It's win-win inclusion the way I see it. I would agree with that. So I could also see them not wanting to bring competitive modes to PTCGO, because then, like, oh no, people won't buy real cards anymore because they'll just play on PTCGO and they won't compete IRL. But guess what? One, we're still going to compete IRL. Two, it just opens up the game to people who can't compete IRL because of work, life, traveling, money, whatever it is. And three, I'm not even sure if this is 3 or 4 or whatever. 3, the competitive scene of Pokemon TCG and Magic the Gathering, and I guess mostly those two, the two big main card games in the world, the competitive players that are on the circuit playing every weekend make up such a minute amount of people that actually purchase Pokemon TCG product and the TCG product in general. Like, the most of the product purchasing is by collectors and casual players and just like families at the grocery store or Christmas presents, and people who used to collect so they want to crack a box for fun, or they have a YouTube channel that has nothing to do with Pokemon but they're going to buy some cases and do box breaks. Like, the majority of purchasing is by collectors and casual players and just people randomly buying Pokemon product, more so than like the actual hardcore competitors that maybe in theory they're afraid they might lose if ranked ladder came to Pokemon TCG Online. It could only be a positive for Pokemon TCG Online to have a ranked ladder. And then this was the email I sent as a support ticket. This was really short because I've sent longer ones to no response. Basically, I wanted a real answer. I said, I've made threads in the forums and sent in support tickets, but I can never get a real answer. Why does the PTCGO not have a competitive versus ladder for standard and expanded when so many players want it and it's a reasonable thing to ask for given the culture of online video games? I'm so passionate about this game, and I endlessly have hope that TPCI and Direwolf will put more effort into the client. I'm so happy with what TPCI has done over the pandemic, but PTCGO could be so much better with the Pokemon franchise backing it. Sincerely, a lifetime player and fan. And so we get this from one of the people from the support team. Thank you for sending your feedback, blah, blah, blah. We'll send this to the development team. So of course, no answer, and I didn't expect it to. They probably can't give me an answer as to why PTCGO is like not on par with other games. Like, they just never give an answer to this. So that was my that has always been my experience. I just wanted to share my experience with you all, because I feel like I've somewhat become like an advocate for what we want out of PTCGO. Like, the Pokemon community is so huge, and like the Pokemon franchise, I believe, is like the #1 franchise in the world, combined with anime, video game, cards, toys, etc. And it just sucks that like our card game client is probably the worst card game client out of every card game I can think of, even the smaller ones like Eternal, and I can't even think of Shadowborn, I think might be one. But like, yeah, I feel like our card game client is just like so lacking. And while I said that's probably because it was supposed to be like an in-browser tutorial at first, and has evolved into something more, but now even TPCI acknowledges that it's being used for competitive uses because they're using it for Players Cup 1 and 2, but they can't even, like, spectator mode, just one more thing I'll throw in there, they can't even use spectator mode to watch matches. So like, if a person has poor connection or they're playing on their tablet, like what are they gonna do if like that person makes finals of the Players Cup 2? Okay. I'm starting to lose my voice. I woke up feeling sick. That's why I don't have the video on, and I'm recording this late. You'll probably notice the time down here. I'm recording this and then uploading it immediately. So yeah, thank you for watching. Give me thoughts as usual in the comments below. Yeah, let me know what you think about all this and whatnot. Just wanted to give you all an update since I made that original video about 4 weeks ago, I guess, because I posted this forum thread on November 10th, so I wanted to update you all. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. See you next time here on Celio's Network.